It doesn't feel like it's coming out very fast. Ah, there's a leak. You have a leak. Whoa! What's up, nerds? This thing sounds like a jet engine. I decided I'm going to do a combination of charring these boards and putting linseed oil on them. Little 2-for-1 action. Like many things on this channel, I have never done this before, so I'm a little nervous. It's also windy. It's been consistently windy almost every day, so we can't really get away from it. I'm going to use these pallets as my wall. Wow. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Other way. Well, that worked pretty well. I don't know how much to char these, like what they should look like for them to be good. That looks pretty though. Before. After. I'm curious how much propane it's gonna use. That's a 20-pound bottle. We'll see how long it takes me to get through that. Okay, I just looked it up and I have to basically completely char these for it to be useful. If you're using these boards on the inside, it's okay to lightly char them and it gives them this nice like golden brown look, which is pretty, which I would love for it to look like that, but it doesn't really add much protection. If you're gonna use it outside for like sheds, weather protection, UV protection, you have to completely char it. So that's what we're gonna do. My online sources also did say that they're gonna come out really black and charred, but over time they'll actually lighten up. This is a cool little lighter. Oh crap. Oh crap. My sawdust just caught on fire. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. Why am I doing this on top of a sawdust pile? I didn't even think of that. Oh my gosh. Come on, man. What am I doing? Look at this board though. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm charring it enough. I'm gonna go make sure the rest of my sawdust isn't catching on fire. I think I want to change my approach. The wind is still kicking. Let's see if we can do it. I noticed that there's a distance you kind of have to keep. You can't just put the torch right on the wood. It doesn't really burn. I kind of have to keep it about 6 inches above the wood, and that seems to be burning the most consistently. This process of burning wood or logs or building material until it's completely charred and weatherproof is a technique commonly referred to as Shou Sugi Ban. Shou Sugi Ban, I believe is how it's pronounced. I could be wrong, probably butchering it. It's Japanese, and I do not speak Japanese. It's also referred to as the Yagasuki method. This was originally going to be a firewood shed, but it turned into a cabin. And I used it on the bottoms of these posts so that I could put them underground and hopefully they don't rot, or at least it takes them a long time before they do. I want to do a little more prep on these boards that I just did. Sweep them off and put some linseed oil on them. I've read that it's a good idea to wipe off some of the ash that's on the boards so that when you apply the oil, it doesn't become like a clumpy mess. Doesn't need to be hard, just a light brush. I wasn't really sure if it would be best to use a brush or a paint roller to put on this linseed oil, so I just went with a brush. I was able to put a coat of linseed oil on one side of all of the boards. It took a while. I didn't do the other sides because, well, one, I'm tired, but two, since it's kind of cold outside, I think it's taking a while for the sides that I did to dry. I laid them all out and we're gonna let them dry overnight, flip them over and do the other side in the morning. So, like I said, I only coated one side of these last night. And this morning, I'm a little surprised to see that they're still a little wet. It says it could take 12 to 24 hours for it to properly cure, but I think it would take even longer right now because it's wintertime. It's very cold. There is a slight breeze, but I think what it needs more is like a warmer temperature. And I was reading online that you can actually use a propane torch to burn off the excess oil. So we're gonna do that. We're still on the original bottle. It was a full bottle when I started, and honestly, I'd say it has more than half still left in it, which is great. That worked pretty well. I'm not trying to vaporize it because linseed oil is pretty flammable. It's only recommended to burn it off if you're in a well-ventilated area because the fumes it creates, I think I'm gonna go put on something so I'm not breathing in because I can smell it. But this definitely, just a light heat touch right on top, got the like excess wetness off. There was just a little too much oil sitting on top, and you know, the wood's pretty much already taken in what it can take in. I wanna see if you can see the difference. So you see how this one has kind of like a wet, glossy look to it? This is one I haven't done yet. And these are the ones I just did. You see how they have more of a matte finish to them? Now we're gonna do the other side. It took a long time last night. I was up till 1 a.m. Since they're charred, the oil was kind of hard to spread and they were absorbing a lot of the oil. So it was very meticulous, but I think it'll be worth it. The thing is though, this is only like half the boards I need right now. I still have to mill, char, and oil a whole nother set of boards. Sometimes the work you gotta do isn't sexy. It's tedious and repetitive. These boards might outlive me. I hope they do. It's a beautiful day. We're pretty much gonna have beautiful weather for the foreseeable future, which is amazing. It's finally starting to warm up. It's 20 degrees right now, but it's sunny. So it feels about 10 degrees warmer. And next week, it's gonna be above freezing for the first time in a while. You know why I think I wasn't really liking this process last night? Probably because it was dark and cold. But also, when I do like a job or a task that I don't necessarily love, I try to rush through it. I think that makes the process even less enjoyable, you know? Because I'm like, oh, I gotta get through this, and that's all I'm thinking the entire time. Because it's not super fun, but I did notice last night, and I'm noticing more right now, that if I just accept the thing I gotta do, like I gotta do this. Like there's no getting around it, I gotta do it. It makes it easier. And then like I kind of feel my body relax and I get into the motion of it and I start breathing and my anxiety and my stress goes down because I'm not worried about like just knocking this out. I'm just like, well, this is what I'm doing right now. I don't know, I feel like there's a lesson in that. I think I'm actually gonna enjoy this. You know, I think I understand Bob Ross a little more every day. I've taken a complete 180 on this painting thing. I hated it last night, and I mean, you guys couldn't tell from just watching me, but inside my head, I was having so many profound thoughts about life and existence, and I was like, what's the rush, man? I love being out here because it reminds me of how intentional I have to be with my life. When you do things with intention, it's really fulfilling. And I learned all this by putting linseed oil on my boards. I'm not kidding y'all, I had way more thoughts, but I can't remember them. But I'm just telling you, I have a lot of inner peace right now. And it's all from painting these boards.
Bonjour. It is I, Jean-Paul. I know what you are thinking. You look a lot like Sean Paul. No, I am Jean-Paul. He's more creative, more handsome, more talented sibling. I am also half French. We are half brothers, but we were born on the same day at the same time, so we are twins. I am not a painter, so don't think just because I am the way I am that I am a painter. I am not a painter. I am a creative. I take things and I build them. Jean-Paul called me because he did not feel comfortable putting up the planks on the wall. Typical Jean-Paul, not knowing how to be creative. Fear not, Jean-Paul is here. Now we do not have all the boards we need. You do not always need everything to get started. You can just go, follow me. I want you to imagine you're on a journey with me, Jean-Paul. Before you start any creative endeavor, you must become one with your canvas. I am a post. I am a plank. And I am my tools. I do not know where Jean-Paul put his circular saw. Look at this mess. I would never leave this way. Aha! I found it. Jean-Paul does not like to be cluttered. So I am going to make room. Like a macaroon. Hey! Okay. Now I can fully visualize. This is going to be our very first board. I love you, board. You are going to take great care of this shed for many years to come. This board is important and equally not important. A lesson in life. I am not going to be able to level these boards like I assumed I would. They are irregular. That is fine. Such is life. A great carpenter is not one that does not make mistakes, but one who knows how to cover them up. Another life lesson. It is time to remove what is not meant to be. Some things in life are meant to be temporary. Another life lesson. Moi. This one is probably going to be tricky. Okay. It does not need to be perfect. Perfection is a fool's game. Another life lesson. Sometimes it is important to sit and ponder. I love it. It is also good that we have these boards in now. So if we get extreme wind or an earthquake and it rocks and rocks and shakes and shocks it, it is very stiff. You are strong. Oui. Okay, now we move on to the back. What do you think? Are you liking what you are seeing from Jean-Paul? This is merely an ounce of my power. Mwah, 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 mwah. Gracie, come to me. Let me love you. You are a baby. Oui. It is important for every artist, creative, what have you, to take a break from the work so that they can enjoy the little things in life. Oui, like the love of a sweet puppy dog. As you see here, we have a Dalmatian, beautiful from head to tip of tail. Was that your sneeze button? Oui. No. This wants to fall, but I will not let it. Mwah, 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 mwah. I wish I would have thought of this sooner. Just make myself a hanger. Is that easy? You don't know what you don't know. So the only way to find out what you don't know is to do what you don't know. And then you know. Another valuable life lesson. And there you have it, my creative endeavor. It would not be there if I did not take initiative. Unfortunately, I cannot stay. I have other projects I must work on all over the world. I shall leave you now. I will probably be in France, visiting with my papa, eating a croissant. It was a pleasure for you to meet me. Mwah! Enjoy my masterpiece.
What are you doing out here? Taking a stroll, huh? Jean-Paul was here, wasn't he? I gotta say, the guy does great work, but he's a little too eccentric for me, honestly. You know how there's just some people you can only be around for like an hour or two? Yeah. I'm definitely liking the way that this looks. It's a lot of work. I mean, you gotta mill them, you gotta char them with the Shou Sugi Ban, or Yagasuki method, and then you gotta seal them. It's a lot of tedious steps, but stuff like this is super rewarding. This feels like one of those weeks of work where I feel like I did a lot, but there's not really much to show for it, you know? But that's okay, because I get to go at my own pace. I get to create the things I want. And if you made it this far, I get to connect with you. So it's a lot of wins in my book. This was already a short week, and my neighbor actually invited me to go ice fishing on Saturday, which makes it even more of a short week. But, you know, when you live in Alaska, you gotta go play too, you know? Can't be all work. We're gonna try to catch some burbot, and I really hope we do, because I've heard it's the poor man's lobster, and I love lobster. Oh yes. Oh, Gracie, it's the golden hour. Ah, your beauty is so blinding. For some reason, my upper lip smells like linseed oil.
Saoirse, you wanna say bye? You wanna say bye? Say bye. The people love you. It's golden hour.
I did interrupt her beauty sleep, so fair enough. Have a good one, nerds.